go nowhere where it's okay for somebody to just divulge to you that they've been raped several times, and you ask, well, how many times have you been raped? What?
Let's talk, y'all. My name is Toya. Welcome to my channel. Just gonna spend a few minutes here running my mouth talking. That's what I do on my channel. I just sit down, run my mouth, talk about what's going on. You leave me a comment. We go back and forth. We dialogue. I like to review some of my favorite TV shows. Married at First Sight, Love After Lockup. I don't care what nobody say, Love After Lockup. That's the most underrated, best ratchet reality show ever. I think I'm a Dollar Tree expert. I am a cheap wine expert. So if any of that sounds interesting to you, could you please go ahead and subscribe? Come on in and join and follow and watch as I sit here and run my mouth. Let's go. Today I'm talking about Jaguar Wright. I'm talking about this interview that she recently had with UnWinewithTashaK. Now, I'm going to start out by saying, like, I don't really know either one of these people. I don't really have no dog. I don't really have no way to go. I grew up in the 90s, but for some reason, I had no idea who Jaguar Wright is. Literally, one day I had to Google her and find out she was an R&B singer. She went into neo soul, or she was in neo soul and then went into R&B. She was songwriter. I didn't know who this lady was. Okay, I wasn't into neo soul, so maybe that's why I ain't know. And I ain't like neo soul, so maybe that's why I don't know. Anyway, I didn't really know who she was. However, one day YouTube recommended, and you know they be on they recommendations be good. Sometimes they was like, oh, so exposed Tevin Campbell. Now I love me some Can We Talk. I'm a 90s baby. I love me some Tevin Campbell, so I sit there and listen to her. And then I just went down the rabbit hole, and she do all these interviews. She telling the tea on all these people in the music industry. And that's how I came about her and found out about her. Same thing with UnWinewithTashaK. She ain't really my cup of tea, but every now and again, YouTube recommend or I hear something and I watch a video of hers. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really care about, I'm not saying I don't care about either one of these women, but I don't really care about any of these women. But I just want to talk about it because that's what we do. We talk. And what we do, we talk about what's going on. So let's talk about it. So they had this interview. I think it was almost like 2 hours. And I'm just going to talk about the stuff that I just really did not like. Okay. First of all, Jaguar Wright has lived a life that I don't know if I could put in words to describe it. The amount of abuse that this woman has endured in her life. The fact that she is still sane enough to walk, put on her clothes, and even get on, push record on the video and push play, let alone talk. The fact that she's able to do that is beyond a miracle. Because like when I say that this lady been abused her entire life, this lady talked about and provided details to her own story about the abuse that she's had all her life, from the sexual abuse, the gang rapes, the incest, the Hollywood, just abuse. She's almost like a magnet where if you want to abuse, just go to her. Because just sad, just heart, not entertaining, just sad. You hear me? Anyway. So knowing, I would imagine as the interviewer, TashaK, knowing she had to know her history or some of it, you know what I'm saying, before she did the interview. The insensitivity that this lady had during that interview, it was so appalling to me. That's why I'm making this video. Sorry. I was just like, what planet is this lady on? Like, I don't know nowhere where it's okay for somebody to just divulge to you that they've been raped several times. And you ask, well, how many times have you been raped? What? You're asking her to mentally think about all the times she's been violated. You're asking her to recollect and go back to those times. Now, if she, Jag, I'm just going to call her Jag. She tell everybody business, but she tell all her business too. And so she's kind of like an open book. Like when she get to talking, she'll tell you what she wants you to know. So if she want to account and give history on the abuse or her life and her story, let her do it. Just let her talk. But what you don't do is be like, well, didn't you say at 12 you got raped? Well, this was at 10. Who raped you then? Like you literally making her relive her history. And I'll tell you something else that made me upset about this interview. One of the sponsors, now it wasn't like a YouTube ad, it was like a sponsor that she had put in the video. She actually does her own sponsors, promotions, videos and stuff. One of them was for a sex toy, a sex shop. I understand that you're getting the coins from that. But for this particular video, this particular subject, let's not put that one in. I just thought that was so distasteful and so bad on so many levels. Oh my goodness, I was so mad. I was like, are you kidding me? And I think it played like 2 or 3 times. What else made me mad about that interview? Now, I don't know the validity of what Jag is saying. But I do know, let me tell you what. When I tell you that her mind can recall, I can't even barely tell you what I had for lunch today. This woman know who you was with, what she was cooking, what she was wearing, who she was with, what street they was on. She know an awful lot of details. She did. And then again, the lady, she did talking about mental health and how she had a breakdown and how she was committed, but she has been on this wellness kick. And she tried to call her out again. She was like, well, is it safe to say? No, it's not safe to say. It's like, well, is it safe to say that, with all your mental illness, that's when Jag came for her. She was like, you know what? No, it's not safe to say. Because what you're not going to do is do that to me and make me seem like I'm crazy, because that's what all my haters want. And that's what all the people that want to kill me want, is they want to discredit me and discredit my sanctity. And you not about to do that, not here with me, not right here, right now. And she tried to back down. Then she want to ask, like, well, how do you think my questions were? Were they fair? She asking her and her husband, or did you think they was fair? You knew they weren't fair. You knew they was wrong. That's why you asking that right now. You trying to get them to say it was okay, and Jag did. All up in her business. Like, how many times are you going to ask her about her finances and she just don't flat out tell you straight up? Like, and then she kept saying, like, that's my business. I understand you want to know. Inquiring minds want to know. That's your job, but come on. I mean, the lady, she making it. Jag, you need to open up. You need to do your own YouTube videos. She right. Like every time I turn around, it's a YouTube video, but somebody else that uploaded it. Just do your own. I don't know if she going live on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter. I don't know. But Jag, you need to open up. Just open your own YouTube. Get you some coins through YouTube. Just go to your channel and know they ain't been edited or messed around with. Open up a YouTube channel. Why have you not done that? But, I mean, that's all I really wanted to talk about. I really didn't like TashaK. I really didn't like the interview. I don't like how she did it. I'm not going to talk about the validity, like I said, of Jag and what she said. She think the world after her, which I'm not going to deny, because she out here telling us all the business. And I'm almost inclined to believe her, because she names all the dates, places, times, and events. And she very clear when she names them off, okay? She's named stuff that you wouldn't name people, kids. I mean, she gets detailed. But, I mean, she has been through a lot. But I'm not about to do what TashaK did to her. So I'm not talking about that, all the people that, I mean, she really think Clyde about trying to get her. That's an old man. I mean, he could be. I feel like it's probably other people trying to get her. Because she out there telling all the tea. And she holds no bars. I'm gonna go buy. She selling something on Spotify, some shea butter. I'm gonna go support a sister and get my shea butter, because I'm here for it. I don't know how much of it is true, but it seemed like it's probably true. And if it's probably true, then if all of it ain't true, some of it is sprinkled with a lot of truth. It's worth investigating. Like she said, she was like, you're not asking the right questions. Y'all aren't asking the right questions. Even if maybe she got some dates, times, or something mixed up, it's worth asking the questions. I'm certainly here for it. I'm gonna tell you that. I hope Jag open her own, do her own YouTube. I'm not about to go try to find her on Instagram. So I don't be on Instagram like that. I'm just have to watch it when they get uploaded. But I'm hoping that she get her own YouTube channel and upload her own videos. That I will go there because I will be there for all the teas that she gives and she drops it. And if she don't like you, honey, she tells it all. And I'm gonna tell you, she don't like Clive Davis. She don't like nobody that was affiliated with that record label, which is a lot of A-list celebrities, okay? So what did, if you seen the interview, what did you think? I'm not about to link it because I mean, like I said, I don't even like her like that. I'm talking about it, so you can just go find it yourself. But I really didn't like that. I didn't like how she tried to portray her. I feel like if you're going to be interviewing somebody, you know, try to be objective, like not try to make them look one way or the other. Honestly, I would err, if I was interviewing somebody, I would err on not getting all the tea and try to respect them as a person. That would be my number one. I would be more worried about respecting them and not crossing those boundaries and those barriers before I'm worried about trying to get the answer to hard questions. She was so arrogant so many times. She was like, Jag was like, even after all of that, and she had to snap on her, she was like, well, I hope this interview does good. Tasha was like, all my interviews do good. Sis, really? She said something else to her. She was like wishing her, you know, happiness and success. And she was just like, oh, yeah, I know. I'm wonderful. Girl. Whatever. I'm not here for that. But I am here for Jag. And I'm here for the tea that she provides. Like I said, if you are interested in hearing me sit down here and run my mouth, could you please hit subscribe? I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna talk about something else. I don't know what it is yet, but if you got an idea, drop me a comment below and I might talk about it. But I'm out of here. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.